Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the official Growl Online Era podcast. Hope you're all doing fantastic today. I'm here with my co-host Pinky. Say hi, Pinky.
What's up?
And we are back finally with another podcast, another video. You know how it is.
Yeah, only took us like a month, right?
Maybe a little
Holy.
longer than that, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, we just had super busy schedules. Like right after we launched Growl Studios, everything went
No,
crazy. So
100%. Like I originally was supposed to get a better work schedule. So Growl Studios was going to be a walk in the park. But my work schedule got worse and then worse and then worse. And people kept quitting at my job. So I was always picking up stuff. And Pinky had school. So I mean you
facts.
can't go around that. And then just every time we film a video, and we have a few videos filmed. We just need to edit them, like finish editing them.
Yeah.
Every time we finish filming a video, the editing just kind of gets in the way, and then we just have things pop up, and it's just a lot. But
Okay. We'll
yeah,
get it.
we are going to continue grinding. I feel like now both of us, our schedules are kind of starting to mellow out.
Yes, for sure.
Because it's not just like a normal video where you can just like film it and edit it quick in a day. Like it's 2 point of view,
Mm.
sometimes 3 or 4, and it takes a lot more commitment. And like they're not, once again, they're not normal videos, so it takes a lot to plan, takes a lot to film, and we want the editing to be top tier. So that's just that.
Yeah. And we have some sick announcements soon. GSL announcement should be this
Mhm.
Sunday. If not, it'll be during the week next week. We'll see how things go, and then we just have some crazy ideas we're gonna be working on for Growl Studios, like stuff nobody
Uh
has done
huh.
before, especially with these new updates that are coming to Growl. We're gonna be able to do a lot of creative stuff for
100%.
sure.
I think the GSL is the big thing, especially because GST is coming up in the next few months. So I think it'd be awesome to have like voice crack. I think it'd be awesome to have
Oof,
just kind of a hype up season, and the way we're gonna do things, the prize pools is like it's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited.
it's gonna be so
The
sick.
I've
Yeah.
seen parts of the production that Pink has been working on, and oh my gosh, it is so exciting. I am hyped.
Oh yeah. I'm so excited for the production. It's
It's
gonna be
gonna
so
look
good.
really professional, and our commentary is gonna be awesome. It's just gonna be overall cool. We're thinking about getting another person to commentate with us. Still deciding
Yeah.
because it is gonna be a lot of load on us. So if we can find someone else, that'd be cool. Let me know if you want to. You just have to have a good mic, and that's about
Yeah,
it.
you can't be using your wired headphones
Yeah,
with the little
none of
mic on
that.
them. The little Apple headphones.
Yeah, just
Nah.
hit us up. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positive things coming up soon. I'm very excited, but that is not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about the question of the year. What is the current state of Growl Online Era? Growl in general.
Ooh,
What what do you think?
it's a spicy
Yeah,
one.
this can go both ways, and I think people are gonna take it in different ways. What is your opinion on the current state of Growl?
Well, so like we took a huge break from making growl videos for like years, and then we came back, and for months there were no updates, like nothing cool coming out, and so it was just kind of boring. So I think they've done a really good job of coming out with consistent updates
Mhm.
now, especially with the battle royale. But the trouble is just keeping those
Mhm.
going.
Huh.
Like battle royale came out, and now it's just kind of died out. It needs stuff to keep it alive, and yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I love the battle royale, and
It's
it is
it's so
super
fun.
fun. There's a lot of potential, especially with like competitive play with it. There's so much potential. It just
Mhm.
comes down to like if the one, like you said, if the players are gonna keep playing it. This is a player base that is known to like be. interested in one thing for a second and then interested in another thing the next second.
Yeah, like a event comes out for a week, and then after that, it just kind of
Hmm.
dies. That's usually how it is.
But I think they can
But
change that, and I think the updates coming out right now are benefiting in that way. Um, just since becoming a staff member and just seeing like all the stuff they do that I'm not really allowed to talk about, but like seeing all the stuff they do, like it's gonna be so cool for the future.
yeah, a lot of quality of
Hmm.
life updates for
But
sure.
here's kind of what I want to debate about. This phrase that everybody uses, but no one really understands. The game is dying. Ugh. Okay,
Mm,
here's why I don't like that phrase. When I think of a game dying, I think of a game that has anywhere from 0 to 50 players and is just or losing like hundreds of players every day. That's dying.
yeah,
Sure,
true.
it is not like the player count is not where it used to be. It used to be like 4,000 plus, and that's average.
Mm,
That's not
for sure.
including how many people actually log on per day.
Yeah,
It's
for
definitely
sure.
not where it used to be, but here is why I don't like the phrase because it's like it's not dying. I've used this phrase multiple times. It's plateaued, and I think it's going up now based off the stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
It's plateaued. It's not like all of a sudden one day it's at like 1500, next day 14, next day 13, next day 12, and then it
Yeah.
just like keeps going down until it's at like 0. That's what people are assuming.
Well,
And
for the past like 6 months, there's been like 1,200 average, I would say, maybe 1,100 of players online. So I haven't really seen a
yeah,
dip.
exactly.
It's been pretty
Exactly.
consistent, if not growing. Like yesterday, they were 14 or 1,500 at the
Oh yeah,
peak.
100%.
So
And once again, that's not the total amount of people that log on. There's probably 10,000 people that log on every day. Cuz you look at the
yeah.
map and there's constantly people. Like if you just spam the map button, you'll see 1 second
Mhm.
there's 1350, next second there's 1450, and then it just fluctuates
Yeah.
all the time. Um,
Like a lot of people just log on to message their friends. A lot of people do that or to
mhm.
AFK, and
It's a
so
social game, and that's kind of what
yeah,
you expect to happen. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I don't like when people say it's dying because it's not dying. They're making progress. They're doing all this stuff to prevent that happening and try to improve the game. It's not dying. And so when
yeah,
people are
for
trying to
sure.
like say to me that, oh, well, what are your thoughts on this dead game? I'm not going to answer that because it's not dead.
It's a trick
It
question.
is, I guess so. I don't know. I just can't stand when people do that. And I feel like it's human nature to say stuff like that because, like, even with other games, when it's not what it was, everyone thinks it's dead. Fortnite.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fortnite, that I was gonna mention that because like there were times when people didn't like the game and the player base was kind of shrinking and people were calling it dead, but like Epic Games, they always found a way to
Mhm.
revive it or like add new stuff to it to intrigue people. So that's what Growl needs to do.
Exactly.
And I think they are doing a decent job of it right
Exactly.
now, actually.
But I mean, I fall guilty in that category of like, oh, the game's dying, even though it, like, you look at Fortnite, they had like, went from a million to like 500,000. Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Dying. No, it's not
No.
dying. Growl's in the same boat. Obviously, not that high of numbers. Um, but yeah, I don't think when people say that, I don't think that's fair to the game, the state of it, and what the development team actually does. I don't think it's fair to them to say that it's dying. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Well, and you have to consider this game is over 10 years
Mhm.
old now, almost 12 years old. And to still be going
Impressive.
and getting like consistent updates, that's pretty crazy
Impressive. 100%. And
for sure.
everybody. There's a lot of people who just blame the staff members for this stuff. For one, admins aren't in charge. That's
Yeah,
Toons Lab
they really
management.
aren't.
So when people say admins are corrupt, admins are this, they're not doing anything for the game, they're not helping it. You could say that until you become one, and then you realize how much you actually do. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. It's just ridiculous. I can't stand when people say that stuff or they blame management, blame developers. Freaking iMask, he does so much work. He's the goat. Like,
Yeah, and
and,
for
and
free
for
too.
free that we know of. But like, gosh, every time I talk with that person, or sorry, every time I talk to that guy, he's like always working on stuff. Always. He's super
Yeah.
cool. But it just comes down to I think people assume like people put unrealistic expectations on this game.
Mhm.
I don't think this game is a game that's gonna have millions of players at a time. It's not.
No.
Servers are not meant for it. The management's not meant for it. It is a quote unquote smaller game. So that does.
Well,
Sorry.
like, and when you think about servers, most games that have servers, like say Fortnite, you have like 100 players in a server, right? Or Rocket League, you have like 6 players in a server. This game has like 1,200
At
in
a
a
time.
server, and so like that's a lot for a server to handle, and that's only gonna like you can only improve that with more
Hmm.
money and more budget, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, I've seen some things where people obviously want the game to be in a better state, but at the same time, some people are like, well, if the counter argument is, well, if we get a bunch of players, then the game's just gonna lag. Like, the map, the server's not meant for that many players, and which does suck. Because you obviously you want to see it go big, but it's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's meant for that. It in smaller communities, smaller even though it's like 10,000 plus people a day, probably, which I guess you can say
Mhm.
small, but those communities are awesome the way they are.
Yeah, like I c- this game could definitely go pretty big, but like I think it would just maybe like 10,000 players
That's a
online.
good number.
Like that would be crazy, and that's a good goal to reach for. And it's kind of funny. This is kind of related. I was watching XQC today, and they were talking about like GTA roleplay and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And he was like, there just needs to be a game where there's a bunch of people in one server, and there's activities to do
It's literally
everywhere
Graal.
and a bunch of jobs and stuff. I was like, "Holy, that's
It
just
is
Growl."
Graal.
Like, and people don't know about it. So, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. It's such a good game and it's so underrated.
That
It just needs more
mhm.
exposure.
That brings up the next point. What do you think about advertisement?
It's tricky because I do think it needs better advertisement. Well, it needs advertisement in general because it has none right now. But you need to do it right.
Hmm.
You can't just put out advertisements because people are gonna come to the game and they're gonna get bored, or like they're not gonna know what to do. They just think it's some random mobile game. And so you have to target your advertising to mobile players that will grind the game. You could also pay like popular mobile streamers or YouTubers to play it, and I think that would help a
Raid
lot.
Shadow Legends or whatever
So
it's
you have to
called.
be,
All those ads.
yeah, you have to,
Oh, your
yeah.
character
Oh, I guess I'm out of.
character's Gonzo.
There we go, back. But yeah, like you have to advertise smart, and that's just they have to figure out a way to do that before they go all out.
I do agree with you there. And you've heard my opinion on advertisement.
Mm,
So I used to be big into, oh well, if you throw in advertisements, then things are just gonna grow in terms of population and popularity and stuff like that. And then I was having a talk with a good friend, Meth, who used to be pretty much a manager of the game at one point, almost. And he made
mm,
a really good point to me, saying, "Well, the advertisement is like it's good, but the thing is you have to make content that people are going to stay for, kind of like what you're saying. And Growl's doing
Yeah.
a good job at the moment, I feel like, with doing so. But he used the example of a few years back when XXX Tentacion, um, he posted something about Growl Classic saying, "Oh, I used to play this as a kid. Everybody go download it." And they had thousands and thousands of downloads within minutes. And it was so
I
overwhelmed.
remember
He even
that.
said that they brought over Era staff to Classic because it was so crazy. And he was like, "I don't even know what to do."
Mm.
Um, but he said the content wasn't where it needed to be. So you have all these thousands of people
Mm.
playing, and he said within a few days it was already back to the number it was before. That backs
Yeah.
up the point to the max that sure you can just go advertise the game right now, advertise Growl, whatever. You can go advertise the game right now, but if it's not where it needs to be, then oh cool, you might have gained 20 players, but then within the next week it's just gone.
Yeah, for sure. Like they have to put an effort with the
Mm-hmm.
advertisement. And then they need to there needs to be a better system for new
Mm-hmm.
players to get involved with the game instead of just being put into it and like good luck, you know?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. That
There's like so much to learn and it just yeah, it's definitely overwhelming. So they need to maybe I don't know, get a better approach on
and
that.
as a newer player walking out of that tutorial in the hospital, which there's a new tutorial and it's simplified. It gives you your basic understanding, um, and then it directs you to the guidebook, which most players don't know you have. Which the guidebook gives good information as well. But it is overwhelming walking out of that hospital after the tutorial and just seeing chemical guns, bars, and you're like, "What in the
Yeah.
heck is this? What is happening?" And you're just so confused. And that's why I think maybe some of the players don't stick around. It's because it is overwhelming. You look at a game like um, World of Warcraft, for example. You make your player go through the tutorial, and then you're around players that are just like you. Sure, Growl
Yeah.
with the server and the map they have, you can't have like a level like okay, if you're level 0 to 10, like you can stay in this area. You can't do that. But
No.
the point is those lower levels in games like World of Warcraft, they give tutorials and kind of put you in lower level situations so that you can learn how to play the game slowly. Once again, Growl with how the game is can't do something like that, but you can kind of learn from that. Like, okay, the people are playing this game and staying on this game because they know what they're doing. It's not overwhelming to the max like it is maybe on this game. Even when I started my noob to pro series, I played this game for 10 years. I walk out of that hospital and see everything and my character's a noob, nothing, and I was just like, "Holy crap, I can only imagine someone who's never seen this game before just being so confused right now."
Yeah, for sure.
It's sorry.
And some good ideas I would like just barely had. We've mentioned some of them before, but like maybe a base where like you have to be under a
Mhm.
certain amount of hours to enter, or like a spar arena that's only for 100 hours or less. Stuff like that to kind of to help newer players. I think that could be a good idea. But then you run into Smurfs and people who do like they pay to win,
Mhm.
all that stuff. So you'd have to find some measures to stop that. But I don't
No,
know.
I agree with you. I think not only just with the base, I love the base thing, but like you could do that with everything. Like
Yeah.
you could do it with basing, you could do it sparring. I have a few videos kind of similar coming soon. So stay tuned for that. I'll go more into detail. You can also even do it on like a beach to dig at.
Yeah, 100 hours or less, you get your own
Yeah,
beach.
something like that, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and maybe at that beach, there's more NPCs walking around giving information. Because there are like three or four in the game that are walking around. You see them at the beach, see them walking around collecting flowers, and they have little tutorial things on what to do, which is good. But I think there needs to be more of that.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
you add these components of, okay, so if you're this level or this low of hours, this area is really good for you in terms of information. I also
Yeah.
have thought of this idea before, and I don't know how it would work or if it could work, but in this hospital for you to come out of the tutorial and even like post it around the map, I think what they need to do is make, like, you know how Toons Lab has a YouTube channel? Make
Mm.
little tutorial videos with someone commentating, like for
Yeah.
example, let's say they said, okay, Poopy and Pinky, we want you, we want Pinky to make a video giving the basics about sparring. Poopy, you do the video of basics about digging. And then they have like an NPC posted and says, grab me for a tutorial for this. You grab it, sends you to a 30-second
Oh
video
yeah.
of one of us or whoever talking and giving this tutorial. So then people, not only is it benefiting their channel, because you're going to get thousands of views on your videos, not only is it
Mm.
benefiting your channel, but it's also benefiting the player base that instead of just having like a text instruction that might pop up, you could say, okay, let me watch this video real quick. 30 seconds long. That's so easy, and someone's talking me through it. Um, and it just benefits everybody. And they have similar systems with, like, you know how when it comes to holidays, they say, okay, grab me for the holiday GFX tournament. And then it
Oh
links it to
yeah.
it. So they have the linking system. I think little tutorial videos are awesome. It's
Yeah,
not
for
like this
sure.
5-minute video. And obviously, whoever did it, whether it just be them or like they hire somebody to do it, would have to have great production because you don't want to look like a one-click video, like a one-take video. Sorry, Eh, you want it to look
Yeah.
professional and like it makes sense. So I think that would help the game out massively. Um, yeah, and I don't think, kind of going back to our first point, I don't think the game's in dire, like, we need to do something right now or the game's done for. I don't think
Yeah.
it's in that
No.
situation. I think there just needs to be some updates that they may or may not be working on. Um, and then I think it'll be in a pretty good spot, honestly.
Yeah. True.
But I just don't think these people, um, like players, content creators who are just like aggressively pushing for changing the game without knowing any sort of background on what we're doing. Like, I shouldn't say we, because I guess I'm not involved in that. But what the admins are doing, the developers are doing and stuff, you guys have no idea. And so when you sit there and put the blame on staff and then make like all these riots, I don't even know what to call them. It's just ridiculous. Like, this game needs to be
Call
call
out.
outs. Yeah. All I'm saying is before you sit here and claim the game is done for, that it needs something right now or it's done. You guys just be patient, play the game. Like, I think people don't play the
Yeah,
game
like
enough.
instead of trashing it and just saying it's dying, find new ways or new things to do in Growl to make
Oh,
content about
100%. Content
and
creation is massive.
create just build your community. It's what it is. That's how you grow the game, not saying it's dying.
100%. I don't, and we didn't even touch base on content creation.
Yeah.
It is so important, not just for Growl, any game in general. Content creators keep it alive.
Fact.
Because you have the game with its content that's fun, but when people don't know, they instantly go to YouTube to look it up.
Yeah.
And when you have a ton of YouTubers making videos about it and it's doing really well and there's positive feedback, it just like it spreads. And also, what are the chances, like it does advertise the game in a way. YouTube
Yeah.
algorithm's crazy enough where like you can make a video and someone might have looked up a mobile game similar to Growl and then it pops up on their feed and they go, "Oh, what is this?" Click on it.
Yeah.
"Oh, that looks fun. Let me try it." They enjoy it, tell their friends, and there's new players. Content
Fact.
creation is the biggest way to advertise this game. I don't care what anybody says, content creation is. And
Yeah.
so instead of people putting blame and just instantly assuming the game's dead, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, because not everybody's going to make a YouTube channel. And I'm not
Yeah.
expecting people, but like,
Participate in the YouTube channels,
oh yeah,
the
100%.
content and stuff.
Instead of figuring out ways to trash on the game, figure out ways to help it.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand, and it bothers me, is they're so quick to, "Oh, this game sucks. I hate this game." Well, then we play it every day.
Yeah.
Or this game needs to be fixed. Okay, so what are your ideas?
It's
And
always how it is.
and the people's ideas are so unrealistic. Well, advertise it to millions.
Yeah,
Okay,
millions.
yeah, because that's what the server needs. No, it's people are so quick to just find the negatives rather than looking for the positives. This game is super fun. The content, when you think about it, the content around the game is so like nice. You
Mhm.
have if you're into jobs, some people aren't, and that's fine. If you're into jobs, you literally have 5, 6 jobs that you can do that will get you
Yeah.
money. If you're into like more action based, like you want a PK, you literally run the streets, try to get a 50 streak. That's a challenge. You want a base, capture the flag type stuff, go base. You want a 1v1, go spar.
Yeah.
You want to trade? God, trading's huge. Go trade. It is
There's
not
so many things
there. It
you can
is.
do.
It is literally like its own universe.
Yeah.
There's endless things. It's like it is literally like a GTA role play, but without like obviously. Oh, I'm a cop. You have to follow my rules. But
Yeah.
there's so much you can do, and people don't do it. People have been
Yeah.
sparring for years also and just go, "Oh, this game sucks." Have you tried trading? Have you tried earning money? And every game has flaws, and there's no doubting that. But people are so quick to make Growl like the worst game in the world.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
not. You're still playing
yeah.
it. If you don't like it, don't play it.
Like, the people that quit 5 times, they always end up coming back.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
you can't leave this game once you're in it.
No, you're stuck for good. Once you get engaged in any way, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Newer players, if they're not into it, yeah, I mean, they're not engaged.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that's where my mindset is. I really wanted to talk about this kind of rant because the amount of things I've seen, messages I've been messaged, just like about this topic, like, oh, when is Growl gonna die? And like, do you think Growl's dying? It is not dying. For the people listening, I don't care what you guys say. It is not dying. They are doing stuff every single day to make it better. So instead of trashing on it, find the positives. That's all I got to say. That's
And
all I
we
got to say.
gotta content creators, players, we gotta come together and grow it ourselves if we have to. Not call each other out and trash the game. That's just
Ah,
it's
that
fact.
that is it. That's literally like if you didn't listen to anything in this video, let's come together rather than purposely trying to tear things apart.
Fact.
That's all I got to say. Do you have anything else you want to say about that?
No, I think I've said everything I need to say.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for watching this podcast. Thank you so much for being patient with us with the Growl Studios content. It's going to get a lot better. I can promise you that. We are only looking up from here with Growl Studios, with our own channels. Things are only just going to get better. So I really appreciate all you guys listening, all you guys staying patient, staying tuned for videos. You guys are all the best.
Yes. Agreed.
And that'll be all. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for a lot more. And you want to see more podcasts, we can upload them pretty regularly, honestly. So just
And
let us
join the
know.
Discord.
And join our Discord. We will link it down in the comments below. So, or sorry, the description, my bad. We will link it in the
Yeah.
description below. Join the Discord. We're trying to grow a massive community in Discord. We have almost 200 members. We want to get thousands. That's just it.
Yes.
So yeah, join the Discord, spread the word, make content if you want. That'll be all for me. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. I think I'm good. Just be ready for more content, announcements, all that.
Yep, that is
Turn
it.
on notifications. Yes.
Hope you have a wonderful day. Two worst Growl tubers out. Peace.